it's not that tough for a woman to step into her masculine, but it's really tough for a man to step into their feminine. If you think about it, you will find a lot of women that you can call tomboys or they're really masculine and stuff. How many men do you really find who have easily tapped into their feminine side? And if people who have tapped into their feminine side, especially the heterosexual male, they are either bullied, they are made fun of, they are mocked, and sometimes to a point they are ostracized also. They are not made part of a group, of a community anymore. I have been in my masculine almost all my life, and it wasn't like I understood all of this. I just had no other option, and whatever my childhood was like, I had to step into my masculine. I had to take up that role, and when I stepped into my masculine, I just realized, without really realizing, that being masculine makes you safer. Being masculine creates a certain sort of fear in other people, and they kind of like stay away from you or trouble you less. And it also is something that is celebrated. People are, especially if it's a woman who has stepped into a masculine, and I have been called a tomboy all my life, and I absolutely loved it. It took me just like, I think, almost all my life. Like, I think a year or two back, I realized that, you know what, I am not this person. I also have a really feminine side, and I feel it. It whispers to me, it talks to me, and I want that to come out. But I struggled so much to start stepping into my feminine. It was so difficult for me to be into that receptive side. And very interestingly, I think I did tap into it because I'm a really creative person, but primarily, predominantly, even despite being really creative and nurturing and all that stuff, I have had tough time being receptive, and I was always a giver, happy giving that, felt safe into doing that, felt safe in protecting other people and standing up for them and fighting for them. It took me years to realize that I barely ever stood up for myself. I barely fought for myself. I've done that for other people all my life, and everybody applauded it, and everybody talked about it, and everybody was like, oh, this is amazing, she's amazing. And of course, they are also ignorant and unaware, so nobody could obviously teach me to stop doing that and step into my feminine or create a balance over there. I'm learning now how to create a proper balance. I'm still in that process. But if you think about this, femininity is that side of us that nurtures, that's creative, that helps us receive, that helps us give birth, because birth is what? It's creation, right? So femininity is that side of us. It's flow, it's intuition, it's some deep wisdom, it's some universal intelligence. And for men, it is so tough because of their conditioning, or for whatever it is, the way the society is structured and how everybody feels safe, because people have considered brute force or brawn to be like really important. It's celebrated, and because it keeps you protected and safe, and it's all coming from Neanderthal ages where that time it was needed. Now it's not really needed, but the masculinity continues to be a predominant trait in men, and they celebrate it, they applaud it, and they're forgetting what a beautiful thing it is to create a balance between the masculine and the feminine. And if they start working on it, if they try and start tapping into that side and start working on the balance, we'll have a much more sorted society, because we'll have much more sorted, much more stable, much more happier, much more balanced human beings around. So think about that, especially the men who are watching this, as I'm also going to put it on LinkedIn. If you're watching this, think about it, that what is the block there, and there are plenty people out there who can help you with that. I hope this helps. Take care.